Leadership Books presents, what if the most valuable part of a book began after the reader finished the last page? Think about that. Every year, millions of books are published. Some entertain, some educate, some inspire. But far too many are read once, placed on a shelf, and slowly forgotten. Not because the message wasn't valuable, but because life got in the way. At Leadership Books, we believe books deserve better, and so do readers. For years, authors have poured decades of wisdom into their books. Business leaders, entrepreneurs, pastors, coaches, thought leaders, experts who have spent a lifetime learning lessons worth sharing. Yet once a reader reaches the final chapter, the conversation usually ends. Questions go unanswered. Momentum fades. Implementation stalls. The reader moves on, and an incredible opportunity is lost. So Leadership Books asked a simple question. What if the conversation never had to end? What if every reader could keep learning, keep growing, keep implementing, long after they close the book? What if every author could keep coaching without being limited by time, location, or schedule? That question led us on an incredible journey. Over the past year, Leadership Books has been quietly building something we've never offered before. Not another online course, not another chatbot, not another app, something entirely new. Today, we're excited to introduce Book Coach AI. Book Coach AI is built around one simple belief. Books shouldn't end with the final page. They should become the beginning of a lasting relationship between the reader and the author. Imagine finishing a leadership book and, instead of thinking, that was good, and putting it away, you open your phone or laptop and your personal book coach asks, what spoke to you most from Chapter 4? Tell me about your team. Where are they struggling? Let's pick one idea and build an action plan together. This isn't simply answering questions. It's coaching. Using a digital Socratic method, the coach asks thoughtful questions that help readers think more deeply, guided by the author's wisdom. It remembers previous conversations. It keeps readers accountable. It helps them apply the author's principles to their business, ministry, leadership, or personal life, step by step. Imagine working through a workbook with guidance every time you get stuck. Imagine receiving encouragement when you haven't checked in for a while. Imagine having access to your favorite author's coaching 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's the vision behind Book Coach AI. But here's what makes it truly different. It's not trained on the entire internet. It's trained on the author, their book, their workbook, their online course, their articles, their teaching, their philosophy, their voice, their life's work. Every coach is carefully curated to faithfully represent one author's message, not generic AI knowledge. The result feels authentic because it is. The examples are the authors. The frameworks are the authors. The questions reflect how that author would coach someone sitting across the table. This isn't about replacing authors. It's about extending their influence. And there's another benefit that may be just as exciting. Imagine your very best coaching conversation happening hundreds or even thousands of times every day. A reader asks a question. The coach listens. It asks thoughtful follow-up questions. It uncovers the real challenge. It provides guidance based on the author's framework. Then, only when it genuinely serves the reader, it naturally says, this exercise comes from the companion workbook. Would you like to work through it together? Or, this topic is covered in greater depth inside the author's online course. Or, based on what you've shared, you may be ready for the author's workshop, coaching program, or speaking event. Notice what didn't happen. There was no sales pitch, no pressure, no pop-up asking someone to buy something. The recommendation happened naturally because it was the next logical step in helping the reader succeed. That's consultative selling. The coach serves first. It builds trust. It creates value. And when another resource can genuinely help the reader move forward, it introduces it naturally. Instead of hoping readers discover everything an author has created, the coach guides them to the right resource at the right moment. The book becomes the front door. The coach becomes the guide. The workbook becomes implementation. The course becomes deeper training. Speaking events, consulting, coaching, even the author's next book become natural next steps in one connected journey. Picture this. Sarah is a small business owner who just finished a leadership book. She loved it. She highlighted passages. She even recommended it to a friend. But Monday morning arrives, and she's back in meetings, emails, and putting out fires. Normally, the book would end up on a shelf. Instead, Sarah opens her book coach. It asks, "Which chapter feels most relevant to your business today?" She answers. The coach asks another thoughtful question. Then, another. Within minutes, Sarah has a practical action plan built around the author's own framework. The book didn't simply inspire her, it coached her. It helped her take action. That's the difference. At Leadership Books, we've always believed publishing should be about more than selling books. Our mission has always been transformation, helping authors build authority, helping readers create lasting change, helping great ideas become consistent action. Book Coach AI is simply the next step in that mission, because today's readers don't just want information, they want interaction, they want implementation. They want someone to walk alongside them as they apply what they've learned. And now, they can. This is only the beginning. We believe Book Coach AI represents a new chapter in publishing, not replacing books, elevating them, not replacing authors, expanding their influence, not replacing human relationships, creating more opportunities for them. The future of publishing isn't simply about putting more books into the world. It's about helping those books continue changing lives every single day. Welcome to the next generation of publishing. Welcome to Book Coach AI. If today's presentation has you imagining what this could look like for your own book, don't stop here. Join us for our complimentary webinar where we'll show live demonstrations, explain how Book Coach AI is built, and answer your questions. You'll see how authors are transforming their books into interactive coaching experiences that continue serving readers and naturally growing their platform long after the final page. Click the link in the description below to reserve your seat. We can't wait to show you what's possible. We'll see you there.